What's good, kings and queen, and to everybody who subscribed. Thank you for 500 subscribers, man. I'm truly humbled and thankful for each and every one of you, especially those that have supported me throughout this journey so far. You guys that like and comment to get me into the algorithm, those of you who support me with, just the love and the positivity and the uplifting comments. Like, you guys know who you are, and I'm really thankful for each and every one of you. And I'm I'm humbled that I, inspired a, a couple hundred people out there to, just to walk this path, or if I brought you any value in your life, if I made you smile or laugh, or just gave you that little push to be better. That's a very good feeling, because I've always had the drive, or the 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 desire to bring value to people's lives. Like, um, that was why I studied psychology, because I originally wanted to become a therapist, because I had like a silly depression when I was a kid, and or I used before in the past, when I was a kid, I wanted to become a police officer because I wanted to help people, but then I thought about like crooked cops and stuff, and like the crooked system, and I just thought that I wouldn't be able to change it. But like, or I wanted to become like or like make silly YouTube channels about things that I didn't think were actually productive, that I thought were just like entertaining, kind of like play video games, or like or smoke weed, or like do dumb shit. But I knew that that would be not helpful to helping people, even though it may get views and stuff. I just knew that that wasn't the path that I wanted to bring people on, and I wouldn't be proud of that at the end of the day. So I'm happy that I'm inspiring some people to walk this path of SR, because I know that it will help people. And I have to thank God for giving me the courage to even create and put myself out there, because without that calling to, just like not think so much, and to just like turn the camera on, and because I knew that one day this was going to help somebody, and that it didn't matter how I felt at the time, whether I felt like insecure or like not ready, that the value of the footage was like priceless. Recording it from the very beginning of how I was before SR and whatnot. But yeah, so all praise to God, and to SR, because without the divine and this divine power in all of us, I wouldn't have been able to create this channel, or turn the camera on and like talk in front of a camera. And I'm finally back on day 8 of SR, so I think it's safe to say that I'm back on the horse, or whatever, back on this path, and that I don't intend on stopping. I think it was around day 7 where I started to finally feel like a little more calm, and that my smile felt a little more genuine. But look at this pimple on my face, man. I've been getting like these little. I've been breaking out, dude. And I think it's like a manifestation of me like fighting off this spirit of lust, dude, and like the headaches that I've been getting. And I remember my face being like pretty much acne free when I was retaining. So, relapses will probably cause acne. So if you don't want acne, you should probably keep retaining. And I think if you look at my eyes right now, I still look a little like, my eyes still look kind of sad and a little demonic. So I'm probably still fighting off these demons, to be honest. And my voice probably doesn't even sound as easy to listen to. And I don't even really have the energy to make this video. I just felt obligated to make it, because I am thankful for reaching this milestone. But in terms of an SR update, For me, when I was relapsing, dude, I remember getting nightmares, man. I remember one dream, I was like being ambushed. It was like a unconscious fear. And then another dream, I was like fighting to the death. And but since now that I'm back retaining, I've had good dreams for like the past 2 days. Um, the first dream I had, and the dreams are like so much more vivid and they feel like much more real. And the first dream I had, I remember seeing like some commas in my bank account, and I was like, and I woke up kind of sad, but also kind of happy because it felt so real. And then I'm just hoping that like that dream comes true and I realize it. But and then last night I dreamt that I was like walking up a mountain, and it just felt like it's like the mountain of life, and you're just like trying to get to the top of your goals and finish the walk. And I had several dreams last night, but the most recent one, I remember I was like in this fancy house, vaping weed and blowing the vapor out into the backyard when I saw like the silhouette of my neighbor. And the silhouette just looked kind of like demonic, dude. He was all like hunched over. It looked like an ogre or like some type of monster, dude. It was like kind of a trip. But my interpretation of the dream was that it's like a demon wanting me to like smoke weed or something again. Or just recently I've been craving like eating meat again. And this is the first time I've craved meat since I became vegan 10 months ago. So it just feels like my demons want me to like, first it was like partake in lust again, and now it's like gluttony to eat meat, or you know, seek pleasure through, excuse me, seek pleasure through doing drugs and what's the word, like debauchery, just indulging in sensual pleasures. And yeah, somehow I got sick again recently. It feels like a lower level of like the fever that I got some weeks ago. So yeah, I've never gotten sick back to back before, but it just feels like I'm fighting off these demons, man. And like I feel like if you have any sort of discernment when you look at my eyes right now, like my eyes right now compared to before, my eyes look demonic, dude. My eyes look like all dark and I don't know. Like if I had if I was, a couple months into SR and I looked at my eyes, as someone who has my eyes right now, I would be like a little scared, to be honest. Last thing I want to say is that it's kind of weird how like when you're retaining and you have more pure energy, you just look more tidy. And like now that I'm like barely 8 days in, I look more like disheveled or like dis untidy. Like before, like if I put my scarf on, it's just like the way my clothes look. They look more like just good energy. It looks more balanced and organized, or like even the way like the strings on like my jacket would look, it just looks more like neat. But when you're relapsing, you just look like out of place, or you just look like, yeah, just like the clothes on you, they just look more messy, and everything around you just becomes more messy when you're relapsing. And as opposed to like, when you're retaining, it just feels like the universe wants to help you out because, now that I'm retaining again, like I reached 500 subs, right? But when I was relapsing, I was like around 480 or so, and it just felt like the views went down. It felt like the attention went down. But as soon as I'm retaining again, it feels like the universe just wants to help me out, and it's like pushing my content out there again for some reason, and it's just so weird, dude. But yeah, I don't want to bore you guys. Yeah, that's just all I have to say. or that's all I can feel like I can say right now. And yeah, I'm really thankful to each and every one of you that are supporting me and that subscribed. I'm thankful. I wish you all well. I hope you're all retaining and doing the right thing, listening to your, what you know is right. And because, hopefully when we do what's wrong, God grants us that, the conviction, or, God punishes us so that we know right from wrong and that we have the willpower and the courage to do what's right. All right. Peace.